Hello everyone. I'm going to do my best to do a review on this CP Rail Lionel TMCC crane car and its matching boom car. I guess I bought this on eBay about 3 years ago, and I kind of packed it up. I looked at it and packed it up and put it away under my workbench where it sat during the time of me finishing the basement and doing the layout. There's really no reason for me to bring it out here and run it until now, because the simple fact is I really didn't have anywhere to put it. But it's out now. I saw a video on YouTube from a guy named O-Gauge RXR, and he inspired me to bring it out and play around with it, and I'm happy that I did that. As far as how they sell, these actually sell separately, which is kind of odd to me. I mean, why would you buy the boom car if you don't have the crane car? And since the boom car has the sounds, what good's the crane without the sounds anyway, right? So, well, I don't know why they don't just sell them together, but that's how they sell them. I will say this, that when you do buy, if you do get one and you go to take it out of the box, you're going to be a little shell-shocked by the strings and the complexity of this thing. You know, between all the gears and all, I'm gonna move the camera later on and show you the inside of it, that and the boom car. And the boom car is all metal except for the laminate top. Now I don't know if that's wood or plastic, simulated wood. I'm not quite sure what that is. They say it's wood, so I'm going to go with that. It looks like a laminate. The building itself is plastic. The roof is metal. It has to be. It's got magnets at each corner, so you can go inside. All the ladders are metal and separately applied, and they're all the way around. Has metal trucks. The crane car is all metal. I don't think there's any plastic on here at all. The nice thing about this is with these hooks, there's a limit switch at the top, so if you were to keep going all the way up, and it will eventually stop. You can't go up any higher. Both of these have a limit switch on them. When that limit switch engages, it shuts it off. The boom goes up and down. The cab swings all the way around. I don't know if you can tell, but inside of here we have these gears. If you buy one of these, this is what you have to do. You have to, this little, I don't know if you can see it very well because everything's black. There's a little a switch that swings back and forth. You have to bring the switch this way to lock in these two gears. If you don't, it will spin freely. That's what helps it work, makes it spin. I don't see any reason why, if you don't have TMCC or Legacy, to even buy one of these things, because if you do, it comes with these special locking pins that keep it from spinning, and to me it just becomes another piece of rolling stock, and I think it's just too expensive and too intricate to just be another piece of rolling stock. One thing I do want to mention, this is critical, I even tried it out myself for a minute, I didn't get too carried away with it. It says it in the manual explicitly, if you turn it over, make sure you have weight on the boom, because if you don't, this is what happens. You pick it up and the strings will loosen up on you and they'll come off the pulleys, and I'm going to guess you're going to have a big mess on your hands trying to get all those strings back into their pulleys. So keep that in mind if you turn it upside down for any reason. Since it is a TMCC, you can hook it up to the Legacy. I've done that. I'm not even really that good with the Legacy, and I found it easy enough to change the ID number and put it in the remote, and everything works great. As far as metal and plastic is concerned with this, I did forget one thing, that the outriggers that engage when you hit the button on the Legacy are made of plastic, and they shoot out. You'll see them later on. Now Lionel has enclosed two sets of these wooden blocks. They're not really wood, they're plastic too, but they're simulated wood. They go underneath the outriggers, and that's your support. They come with two different sizes depending on what track you're using. In my case, I need the bigger ones, even though I have Atlas, and that's actually made for the O-Gauge Lionel track. But That's the situation on them. As far as the outriggers themselves, I find them to be an issue, because unless you peg your Z4000 or your ZW and you give it 23, 24 volts, they don't always all pop out. Which is a situation for me, because I know with the legacy engines, the two that I have, it explicitly says not to go over 19 volts. I don't know how critical it is as far as the engines are concerned to go over that 19 volts. If anyone here runs their engines in anything more than 19 volts, I'd like to hear about it and make sure everything works fine. Because to me, it's not a real deal breaker. I don't find myself using these outriggers all that much. I'm not going to be sitting here picking things up all day long with it. But it's just something that I think should be known. I realize that, in my opinion, Lionel's sound blows MTH's sound out of the water as far as quality. And I'm an MTH guy. I got a lot more MTH engines, and I only got 2 Lionel legacy engines. I find myself eyeballing Lionel's engines on eBay. But at any rate, as far as the crane's concerned, I don't think MTH has a crane that does what this thing does. This thing is remarkable. The couplers do electrically fire on both ends. There's 2 lights up front, 1 light in the back. The boom goes up and down. The cab swings all around. These 2 hooks, of course, go up and down. This hook here goes down about 30 inches, which is amazing. I don't know what you would pick up at 30 inches down. I'm assuming this one does too. I know the manual says that this is the string that does this is 96 inches long. So heaven help you if the string breaks. I don't know how that would work. The manual says that this hook right here, this hook here, will pick up 19 ounces. That's a lot of weight. Now, to put that in comparison, this big bag of M&Ms is 19 ounces. That's quite a bit of weight for a crane like that. And I'm not going to go poking a hole through my bag of M&Ms and trying it out. I'm not really that curious to see if it can handle or not, but the manual says 19 ounces. That's amazing. Just wanted to take a minute to show the inside of the crane itself. It says that there's 4 motors in here that run all this. And then here's the boom car with the roof taken off. You can turn off the sounds, and this is where you do your run-in program. Both cars have a run-in program switch if you're doing the legacy, and that screw is your volume control knob. Okay, let's give it a run and we can listen to it. I think you'll be impressed with the sounds of this thing, as always, with Lionel.
Alright, let's get to work. Ready when you are, boss. The big hook is on the job.
Okay, here's the outriggers. I only got 4 out of 6 because I don't have the transformer pegged. Here's the front light. I'll turn on the rear light just so you won't see it. The lights have their own separate switches. I'm going to raise the boom.
Just a bit more. Okay, very good. Just a bit more. Yes, sir.
I'll show you how high this goes.
Keep coming. Yeah. Keep coming. Big hook. Okay. Big hook ready to go. Just a bit more. Yeah. All right, let's hold it there. Okay, little hook. Okay. Down. Easy does it. Okay, very good. Swing it right.
crane does have a horn.
That's far enough.
Okay, here's the couplers. And here's the rear one. Just to show you the sounds. Hope you enjoy my review of this crane. I know I'll enjoy it. And I'll see you around.